Hi again, and welcome to the Digital Cheat Sheet. Again, my name is Diane Brame. I'm the PPS Communication Specialist, and I just wanted to break down some more content for you guys so that you all will have video resources at your disposal. Either if if you can't wait for me to respond, or I know a lot of you have been saying you want to do it on your own, and I definitely respect the independency there, and I appreciate it too. I think it's great that you guys are taking ownership of your websites. So I want to help you guys do that in any way possible. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this one. I just want to do a brief overview of your toolbar. Now, again, I'm just picking websites at random here. So right now we're on the William E. Waters Middle School website, but again, the toolbar, this is what you'll see on your specific school website. So just, pretend this is your school page if you're not at Waters Middle School, okay? If you look at the design bar, this toolbar up here, it should be black. The This black one is the newer version that they've done. So make sure that you have that kind. If you don't, I will show you how to change that right now. That actually would be helpful. So what you can do is, oh, don't click that. Sorry about that. You would go to, where is it? I think it's behind, there it is. It's behind my head. Move myself down here to the corner. All right. So if you look over here, after you've logged in, you would just click log in. The word log out is there now because I'm logged in, of course. But if you click log in, you put in your credentials that you would use to sign into the staff website, or, any PPS computer, anything in our domain that you would use, that's going to be the same thing that you use to get into the website. And you'll see this pop up on any website that you have permission and security clearance to edit. So again, this is the back end. So, we're just gonna break it down piece by piece. We're just chomping at the bit here. And we're gonna start off by looking at the toolbar. So like I was saying a few seconds ago, the toolbar should be black. The older one looked kind of like gray, like old Microsoft 95 type of look to it. So if yours looks like that, you definitely need to upgrade it because you'll have issues down the line. They stop adding other updates to it. So if you look here, hover over this little person icon here, switch to classic toolbar. That's if I wanted to switch to the old one. I don't. Yours will say switch to the new one, or switch to new design mode or new toolbar, something like that. But it's the same placement. Should be three things down. Switch to the new toolbar, and you just want to make sure that this is black. That's gonna kill the rest of this if we don't start there, at least, because I don't even know if you have the same options as the new one either. So let's make sure we do that first. So now I'm gonna hop into this toolbar. Here it just says what's new and social LMS. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what that is. I don't use either one of these. They're not really doing anything for you. Design mode is one of the biggies that we have here. If I click this little toggle switch, when it decides to do it, it will go to design mode. Boom. Okay. So it should turn from red to green, as you see here. And now, we have our portlet library down here. The portlets are how you build your website. That's how you literally put the content on your page. Without the portlets, it's just the template and that's it. So these are like the building blocks of your website, okay? And that's gonna be separate videos. I'm gonna go into each portlet that we really use, that you would be using. So, each of those is gonna be broken down, but just know that this is the portlet library here, and that pops up as soon as you log into design mode. You'll see this come up here. One thing to note, down on the body of the page, if you look here, you'll see kind of like a dotted line around this content. You see here, like it's dotted lines all across the page here. So anything within those dotted lines or dashed lines, you can edit that. You can add portlets to it. You can control that space, what it looks like, the layout of it, all that, whole 9 yards. Anything outside of that, like this space over here, you cannot do anything with this at all. This is the template, the actual background of your page. I can't even do anything about that. You know, School Messenger would have to change that if you wanted to have a whole different look, which that's something that, you know, will be coming up, you know, comes on from time to time. We do different upgrades to websites. If you've been with the division for a while, you know that our website just got revamped back in January. So, you know, it is doable. You know, it does happen, but you know, it's a contract, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, if it's in the dashed lines, you can control it. You know, this picture, if you want to change that, we need to send that to School Messenger so they can put it in the template. Okay. So that's basics of design mode there. Also, if you look at these black bars at the top, it'll tell you what portlet it is. Like this one is hidden, but it says content. So that's a content portlet right there. This is a banner portlet, you know, and I can scroll down and I can see all these different ones, you know, data summary, all these different content portlets that we have. You see those names, you know, coincide with what's up here. And it's different tabs of these as well. But like I said, we'll get into the portlets at another time because I don't want this video to be too long. I'm trying to keep them all pretty short and quick so you can get the answers that you need. All right. So that's design mode. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, while that's closing up, design mode is going to help you edit the page that you're on. Whereas these other buttons, your page, plus page, and page options, those things are going to help you do overall pages, to actually create pages and, you know, put them where you want them to be, you know, things like that. Do you want it to show, or do you want it to be hidden, or things like that? So that's the overall page itself. But to edit the content on the page, you need to be in design mode. If I need to change this information right here, I need to be in design mode. But if I want to change, you know, and put about us behind parents for whatever reason, change that page order, then I don't need to be in design mode for that. Okay. So the plus page drop down here. This is how you can add new pages. The main pages that I see are content space pages and external link pages. Those are literally the only two I've seen anyone from the schools use. Like I said, they give you all these other options, but basically it just creates that page with that portlet on the page. So don't think if you create a content space page that you can't add a banner, you know, or anything like that, because those are all portlets. You can build it on that website. You just need to create the page first. Okay, so content space page, external link page, those are the main two that you'll be working with. External link page, that would be if you want to link something to the division page, if you want to link to an outside website that's not affiliated with Port St. Public Schools at all, or if you want to link to maybe a PDF, if you have, like, you know, back to school lists. I see a lot of those as PDFs instead of it actually being typed into the page, things like that. You can use an external link page for that. All right, and those will be separate videos. Like I said, I'm gonna keep everything very specific. You know, so just look through the YouTube channel and just find a video for what you need to do. I'm gonna try to put as many things I can think of as possible in there for you guys. All right, I'm gonna hop over to page options because this has a lot more going on with it. Page options, if I want to check out and edit the page, that would be if I just want to look and say, okay, what's the name of this page? You know, who created this page? I need to change the name of the page, things like that. You can also do that from the page properties. Okay. Page layout, we don't really mess with that too much, but like I said, that's if you wanted to do columns, or, you know, if you want to have two bars of content down here instead of just the one, you know, solid piece right here, like how it is. So you could do that, but like I said, we don't really mess with that too much. Most of what you have in your layout was to the template already. Okay, I'm gonna hop down here to page order. I'm gonna click on that one. So with the page order, that just shows you, you know, how your pages are gonna be seen. Now, if you look, you know, you can kind of tell that this list is longer than what's showing, and that is because the page status allows you to hide different pages. So if I look here, this one looks a little different. It says show will display the page in the menu, hide from the menu, or hide all content. Okay, so about us is showing, all these are showing, but the news page is hidden. Okay, so that's why you don't see it in that menu bar. Calendar showing library athletics, but for staff, contact, school, and career and tech ed fair, those are hidden. So literally all I would need to do is just click on that. If I wanted to show it, I would just click right here so that show would light up and then it would be showing. I don't have to hit apply or, and okay, anything like that. All right, this is also where you would come to archive subpages. One thing to note is that on this list, you do not see home anywhere, and that is because the home page is the page that we're on. So whenever you're using these, the page order or the page status, you need to be on the page that you want to use. Oh, timed out on me. That was weird. That was very weird. But you need to be on the page that's the parent page for whatever page you want to hide. So you can't go to, let's say, if I wanted to hide this clubs page, I couldn't click on clubs and then go up here to the page options and page status to try to hide clubs. This page doesn't have any subpages, which is why this list is empty. And it says here subpage name. Okay, so just make sure that you go to the parent page or the page above in the hierarchy that you want to work with. So same thing, if I click on directory, that comes up. So if I wanted to hide the faculty and staff emails for whatever reason, if I'm working on it, etc., I go to page status, and now I can hide that from the menu if I chose to. Okay, and what happens is if I hide it, it will not show up. So it literally would not show up in this menu at all, or in this menu here. It wouldn't show up in this drop down. It would just be hidden. It wouldn't delete it. The page is still there, it still exists. You're just hiding it. And that will definitely come in handy down the stretch. And you'll see that, like I said, we'll go over that at a later time. Archived subpages, I'm gonna hop back to home here. If I was to go into page status and let's say I need to archive a page and I archived it, but I want to bring it back, I need to restore it for whatever reason, I could go to archive subpages and I could say, okay, I'm gonna just click on here and then hit restore at the bottom. So I will hit this green restore down here and that will put it back up. Or you could say delete forever. I do not recommend that you delete anything ever, honestly. I would just hide it. You never know if you need to come back to it. Okay. Yeah. So archive subpages, edit external link subpages. Just like I said before, the main two that I see are content space pages and external link pages. So these are all external link pages. So a lot of these have been archived. They probably just started putting them somewhere else on their page. Coronavirus information and updates, that was something that was linking back to our division page for the coronavirus updates that the division was giving. But now that we're back in school, that was put out in March. We don't need that anymore. So they hid it. They hid it, or some of these they archive. 2016 and 17 school supply list, it's archived because they don't need it anymore. Okay, but you can still see it all here. Like I said, they still exist. You just don't see them listed in the menus on your website. Okay, and last but not least, view subpages. This is just a way for you to literally view the subpages. This is important if you have a page that's hidden, like Career and Tech Ed Fair, that's hidden, and it'll literally say hidden in parentheses as it does here. So if I needed to see that, of course, I can't see it on my menu bar, right? Because it's hidden. So that's how I would be able to go in on the back end and say, okay, I'm ready to edit and publish that page or put it out there so that people can see it. Let me go in here and finish doing what I got to do. You just click that and it'll pull that page up. Okay. All right. And that's basically that. Yes, like I said, stick around. I'm gonna try to keep the videos as brief as possible. The contact information for myself is in the description. And if it's anything that you need to expound upon, please reach out to me directly. Or if you have any ideas for any other videos that you want to see, something that may have been bugging you, if you have a question, you think it would be good for other webmasters to know how to do that, process, feel free to send me that either in the comments or, to my email address. All right, have a good one.